September 11th, 2001. A day that began like any other, but became one of the darkest days in modern history. A day that reshaped the world. That morning, as the sun rose over New York City, people were heading to work, boarding flights, and going about their routines, unaware that a tragic series of events would unfold, forever etching 9/11s into our collective memory. At 8:46 a.m., American Airlines Flight 11 crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center. Just 17 minutes later, at 9:03, United Airlines Flight 175 slammed into the South Tower. The world watched in horror as smoke billowed from the buildings, and the Twin Towers, a symbol of America's economic strength, became a scene of unimaginable tragedy. People were in shock. Firefighters, police officers, and paramedics rushed in, knowing the danger, but determined to save lives. Over 400 of these brave men and women would not make it out, sacrificing their lives to help others escape. But it wasn't just New York. At 9:37 a.m., American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon, the heart of America's defense. The attack wasn't over yet. A fourth plane, United Flight 93, had been hijacked, its target believed to be either the White House or the U.S. Capitol. But the passengers on board, learning of the other attacks, fought back. In a courageous act, the passengers wrestled with the hijackers, forcing the plane down in a field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, preventing even more devastation. These ordinary people became heroes, giving their lives to save countless others. Within 2 hours, both towers had collapsed, leaving a massive scar on New York City and shaking the entire world. Nearly 3,000 lives were lost, with victims from over 90 countries. And while the physical destruction was staggering, the emotional toll was even deeper. Families, friends, and communities were forever changed, and those who survived faced a new world filled with grief, trauma, and a long road to recovery. 9/11s wasn't just an attack on buildings. It was an attack on hope, on freedom, and on our sense of security. In response, the United States launched the War on Terror, starting with military action in Afghanistan. New security policies took shape worldwide, transforming air travel and government surveillance. But these changes sparked debate about privacy, freedom, and the balance between security and liberty. Sadly, the aftermath of 9/11s also gave rise to widespread discrimination. People of Middle Eastern and Muslim descent faced suspicion and backlash, a painful chapter that highlighted how fear can deepen divisions. But over time, communities and individuals worked to foster understanding and resilience. Today, the World Trade Center site is a place of remembrance, home to the One World Trade Center and the 9/11s Memorial, which honors the lives lost and the bravery shown that day. The site stands as a reminder, not just of tragedy, but of the resilience and unity that emerged in its wake. The tragedy of 9/11s left an indelible mark on history. It revealed the darkest depths of human cruelty, but also showed us the strength of courage, compassion, and unity. Even now, we remember and honor those who were lost, and we carry forward the lessons of that day. Lessons of resilience, remembrance, and hope. Thank you for joining us on Untold History. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories that bring the past into the present, sharing untold events that shaped our world.